to session 1 of the Gouda World D&D campaign. I'm going to be DMing this for you, as you know. I'm just going to skip over that. Let's just get started. All right. Sorry, this is the first time doing D&D in a while. I'm just excited. All right, so. All right. Each of you find yourselves tonight in a quiet little tavern in the small town of Thistlebrook. Each of you have your own reasons for being here. But none of you really have met each other before. As each of you look around, you notice a number of other travelers. Also in the tavern, there's there's all local folk, halflings, a couple dwarves. Then there's the bartender, a ginger-headed halfling behind the counter, serving drinks back and forth. One of you, a large, green-skinned, half-orc, half-man, stranger to these lands. You sit down on the counter. You take a good gaze around you. You see the things I just described. You take a wary eye at the enforcer down at the end of the table. That's what the law enforcement are called in these lands, just enforcers. Others might call them policemen, others this or that, but they're all the same. Yep, that one right there. You see he's deep into a bottle and shuffling through paperwork. Next to him, you see a strange being you've not personally seen in your travels, with blue skin and hair flowing like water, as if standing in the middle of a gentle yet, windy storm. There's, behind you, you gauge a centaur, a creature you don't see very often, but you know of. He's minding his own business, eating food, drinking. By the fire, there's a tall, pale woman. An elf, right? Elf. Sitting on one of the chairs, enjoying a drink, just staring into the flames. And because Manny, and you're just sitting there enjoying your time when, also, let me just throw this in here because you weren't in the campaign 2 things ago.
I was about to say, I don't see myself in there.
In comes a new customer to the tavern. Another elf. You know what? I am going to start off with you, Javira, Silverflower. You start off, you observe all the things I just described. What do you want to do? Take action. Ball's in your court. You're here, you're thirsty.
I'm gonna sit in between Lyra and Kerbank.
You also all have the ability, you should have the ability to move your own characters.
Oh, really? Shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice. Amazing. Alright, so I took a seat between Kerbank and Lyra.
Alright. The peppy young, the peppy bartender, hops up on a stool and look over the counter at you, smiling brightly. What can I do you for, traveler? Drink. You want something to drink? Eat? We got it all. We got beds. What you need? What
Give
brings
me
you here?
your strongest drink.
Strongest? Oh. I don't know if you could take this. This is dwarven stuff.
Bring it on.
All right. She turns back behind her and shouts, Oleg! Get the good stuff. You know what I'm talking about. You hear from the back room, just sort of yeah, all right. And the door just, let's call it south of her, opens, and this just massive dude, must be a half giant, steps through with a barrel under his arm and a big keg in the other hand. Who is this for? I don't know. He's looking around. His eyes are kind of far apart, and he's got a big, like, thick nose and all that sort of stuff. Pippa looks over and is like, "Oh, just bring it over here. It's for this one. Just walked in." So he walks over, sets down this big, just brass and oak, you know, mug,
Brass.
more or less,
Oh.
before you. Tankard's the word. And then he lifts up this big old barrel, just pulls the cork straight out, and just outpours just this really strong smelling, foamy, yellow drink just into it before plugging it back in. The foam rises and sort of spills over the edge, and he just pushes it towards you, and he just turns around and heads back to the back room. Anyone who wants to take initiative right now, or just, talk or do something right now, feel free. This isn't like necessarily a turn-based thing at the moment. If anyone wants to talk or say or do something, feel free. Ball's in your court.
Anybody?
Okay, I'll go with Kerbonk smelling the liquor coming from that barrel. He speaks up. I'll have what she's having.
Hey.
As you say that, Oleg turns his head as he's about to go through the door. And he's just like, all right. And he grabs another one, sets down, pours it down in front of you. Sets the tankard, pours it in. And it just fills your nostrils. Stuff is wrong. Do you take a drink of this?
Absolutely.
All right, roll me Constitution. Or Dexterity. Roll me Dexterity. You can do this in your player card.
Oh, okay.
So you just click on your Dexterity stat.
Yeah. I didn't have my player card up. I was looking at the map.
Yeah, you should have both up. Like in separate tabs. Roll an 11. Roll against that, actually. Alright, no, Alright, it's pretty strong stuff. But you take it well. You swallow it down, and I mean, that stuff's strong, but you've had your share of, firm drinks before, as you've traveled to and far.
I start coughing it up. That's some good shit.
Oleg smiles and just sort of like, pounds his chest a little bit. And he just kind of hangs out there in case anyone else, because he's so proud now. He just wants to see if anyone else wants any. Oh, is that how I pronounce your name? Jovira? Jovire?
Who knows?
Jovire? Jovi.
You can do any pronunciation you want.
Jovira. Do you take a drink?
Absolutely, yes.
Roll me Dexterity.
Yes, sir.
Nat 1. You take
Oh shit.
one slurp, and at first you're like, huh, this ain't shit. And then, and you just fall back in your stool onto the floor behind you. Take 1 damage.
I just watch her fall.
You're also
Just
gonna
kinda
have
look at her
disad-
from my stool.
You're also gonna have disadvantage on your next roll because you are now intoxicated.
Let's go.
Oleg smiles, and Pippa sort of like, you asked for it.
As I'm sitting in my chair counting the receipts from the transactions of the day, I smell that horrible stench of that alcohol and hear the crash behind me. Look over my shoulder. Ah, man, they got another one.
I'm actually gonna put you right here. There you go.
It's always one.
Mm-hmm.
I never learn.
No, they don't, says Pippa. Yeah.
So I get up out of my chair and go take a seat over at the bar next to the other elf. Can you believe it? They fall for it every time.
Seems to be every time.
Pippa looks over at Lyra, this blue-skinned thing, and asks, "Pardon me for asking, but don't you want anything? I mean, you don't have to have this stuff. I mean, you've just been kind of sitting here quietly. I don't mean to interrupt on your business, but what can we do you for?"
Just a mug of mead, please.
All right, can do. On tap, pours it in, hands it to you. Do you drink it?
Yep.
Dexterity roll. It's gonna happen every time you guys drink alcohol, by the way.
So saving throw or the one at the top, right?
Just one at the top. Nat 20. You drink that thing, and it's like nothing. And in fact, it is just. If anything, you just feel good. Honestly. Like, you just feel refreshed. That's some good stuff right there.
It's not a
You
nat
get-
20, it was an 18.
Oh, well, it goes up to 20.
Yeah.
So it's not nat. But still, take advantage in your next roll.
Hell yeah.
You guys are here, mulling over your drinks and just having, just normal bar time. And look over at this enforcer, and he's just sitting here. He's this halfling up on, a higher stool that they have specifically for them so they can reach the counter. You notice he's wearing like a blue and darker gray gambeson, checkered gambeson. A protective layer. He's got like a short sword on his hip, but it doesn't look like it's seen much use. And a big ol' cap. And he has a drink next to him. Actually, he has several drinks. Several of them are empty. And he's just mulling over these, sheets of paper and just like, ugh. He is not having a good time. He's not happy. He's like, "Can you keep down the ruckus? I just trying to can't wrap my head around this." I'm gonna preface it with this. I'm really bad at accents, but I'm still gonna do them.
Join the club.
Anyone?
Kerplunk stumble out of his chair and wander over. Oh, how do I grab my guy? The select thing?
Just left, yes, should be
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
select. There you go.
And I'll wander over next to Bobbintier and what seems to be the bother, brother?
Well, there's just this. He looks over. I mean, he doesn't even really look at you. He's just still focused on it and kind of just taking swigs more from his, his most recent drink. You can smell, the stench of ale just coming from his breath. Ale and cheese, really. It's like, I just can't wrap my head around this. This local case, some, locals here. No one's seen them in a couple days, and right before, the big lunar festival and the coronation and all that. It's just strange, don't you know? I mean, people have been out working hard in the fields and such, farming town as we are, but around this time, most people are around here. These guys haven't been seen in 2-3 days, maybe. And, I mean, I'm just here on my own. I'm at my wit's end to what to do about it. I would just brush it off as nothing, but, admin's been up my ass, as they always are, about getting this figured out. That is the local town administration, that is.
I try to wave over the barmaid. Do you have anything good to eat today? Any specials?
We got onions.
Onions? Can you fry
Onions?
them?
Yeah, we could fry him. Oleg! She turns and shouts at him again. He's like, yeah. Get us some onions. Some real stinkers. Alright, yeah, alright. He goes back through. And you just hear, sort of sizzling sound. Like some, wood cracking open and some sizzling sounds. In a minute or so, it comes back out. Big thing of just steaming onions and just sort of plops it onto like a round slab of wood. Not even really much of a plate. Just right in front of you. They smell good.
I take the serving of onions and slide it down to the enforcer. Hey, maybe this will help you out. You've been drinking a lot. Might need something to clear your mind a little bit.
Nah, you see, the booze is just... It greases the wheels. It gets things spinning. I don't want to clog them up too much. It helps me think sometimes, and I just... Takes the edge off. I don't need the onions. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. What I appreciate more is a little bit of help. Some travelers, if you're able. But, it's beyond me to ask of anyone.
Well, I'm here to at least hear you out.
Tell you what. You should go stop by, these folks' homes. They're called the, referencing notes. They're called the Smallfoots. I have, a house down on the other side of town. I already checked it out myself, but couldn't really make anything of it. Thought it'd be better just to come right back here and just start oiling up and cracking through the paperwork, but nothing's getting done about it. Maybe you can go take a look, see what you make of things.
Yeah,
So
is there
why don't
anything-
you all go? Give me a little bit of quiet so I can keep working on all this.
I take the onions and slide them down to the drunk man at the end of the bar. Here, have some onions.
Oh, to Kerbunk.
Yeah,
Ooh, oh, okay.
yeah.
Well, gladly. I start just digging into them.
Nice.
They're delicious. I look over at Oleg again. Sir, you make a good mead and a good onion.
Uh-huh. he just nods.
Well, buddy, I
Um,
guess I'll go check out those people. I'll try to help you out, bud.
Mm-hmm. All right. Lyra, you hear this, and you piques your interest as well. I mean,
Mhm.
just kind of sitting around. Um, hey, this will give you something memorable to do tonight.
Finish my mead
Did I
and
already have you
offer to
roll for
go.
that?
I rolled earlier, yeah.
Right. Okay.
And offer to go with Aquila.
All right. All right. So you guys, the party, have agreed to help out Enforcer Bob in here. He gives you the location. He just points out on his map which house it is. And unless there's anything else you guys want or need to do, or interact with one another, or anything like that, you guys are good to start heading out.
What should we do about the collapsed woman on the floor?
Yeah.
Roll a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage. Yes, because you're intoxicated.
rolling a Constitution.
And then roll a second time because you have disadvantage. You sort of stumble awake. You're like, ugh, God, it's morning already. It's like it's been morning the whole time. Like early, and not even morning, more like noonish, early afternoon. Don't mind that it's dark outside. It's just the map. Don't worry about that. And you're up, and you suddenly see that everyone else is kind of getting up to all go somewhere together, and you know what? You're just like, feel like getting some fresh air would be a great way to sober up. And with that, is the party ready to leave, or you guys anything else you want to do here?
Good to go.
I'm good to go.
I'm ready.
All right,
Mhm.
cool. Let me know if this works.
Hey.
Ooh, okay.
Map switch.
Bougie.
Yep, made this one all. I'm just going, unless you guys intend to split the party, I'm just gonna have one marker for the whole party.
Yeah.
That works.
So, on this map that Bobbin gave you, I mean, you can see all these, all the, go-to places in town sort of marked out. He specifically marked out this house, pointed to this house right here as the location of interest, where the home of the Smallfoot family, who've not been seen for a few days. It's up to you where you guys want to go. If you want to go straight there, if you want to go and shop, explore, this is open world. Limited open world within it's open world within reason.
Well, I think we should go check out the house.
Yeah, just go check it out first.
Yeah.
All right. You guys wander on down there, down to the house here, and not the house. Oh, one. I had some music for this map, but it's fine. Let me add in. Yeah. And then give me just a sec. This is the. You guys arrive at the house. Sorry. Try this one more time. I've used up my daily limit for the music bot. Would anyone like to put in the music for me? I'll send you the link. No, Maddie, I nominate you for this task. Please go
How do
to the proper channel, the
Huh?
music bot channel, then /play space and paste the link I just sent to you.
Yes, sir. Give me one moment.
Or else it's going to sound like a tavern.
Okay, so one more time, how do I do this?
Go to the music bot channel.
Yep. Mhm.
Type in /play, then space, and then just paste the link.
All right. One moment. So /play. Nope, that's not what I want.
I don't believe you did it correctly.
Guess not.
It should say like input, and then next to the input,
Zoe, don't nominate me for things.
so anyone else?
I got it.
Thank you.
Okay,
I've never used it.
sorry. All right. The party arrives at a house. The centaur is not there. Ignore him.
Ignore him.
But the four of you arrive at this house. First thing you notice is that the door is open. This is a 2-story home, a small one. This normal halfling dwelling that you couldn't find often in these parts. There's a front door. There's side stairs that lead up to an upper floor. For the sake of facilitating this happening, we're going to roll in just in turns. We're not going to do initiative right now because you're not in combat. But, you know what? Not even. I'm just gonna, let's just roll in an order from Akela, Kelly, Maddie, and Colton. That's the order in which we're gonna go. Each have your own movement limit. There's no tiles, but use the ruler tool on the left to distance out the amount of feet you're moving. And that's how we're gonna do this. So, Akela, ball's in your court. What would you like to do?
Going to enter the house. And what's it, about 35 feet?
And you don't have to use up that full movement. That's just the limit of your movement in each turn. What would you like to do now that you're inside?
I look around, looking for anything that is out of place in immediate view.
Roll perception for me.
Where do I click for that?
That
On
would
the skill
be
list.
on the skill list.
I
blind.
You have
Yeah.
it's the tall middle thing on your player card.
Yeah.
Oh,
Roll 11. You walk in and you immediately notice your immediate observation is that this place is ransacked. The chairs, which look like they belong at the table in the corner, are all over the place. The table itself has been scooted, the carpet's off. And you notice a broken window, northeastern corner. That's not actual world northeast, that's just for the sake of this map, limited northeast. Let's say top right, in the top right corner. Far corner, off to your front right. Broken window.
And my turn.
Alright, yield your time. Kelly, what would you like to do?
I follow Aquila inside. Not far behind her. Probably like right here.
By the
Do
way,
I see the same thing she sees, or do I have to roll perception as well?
yes, for perceptions are shared here, unless
Okay.
you guys would like to keep your what you observe private, in which I will message you directly as to what you notice or what you hear
No,
or
that's fine.
whatever thing you'd like to keep a secret for whatever reason whatsoever. You notice all the same things. You don't have to do a perception roll. You can do something else if you'd like. Or you can all, if you want, you can roll perception again. Maybe you'll roll higher, observe more.
Yeah, I'll roll again just because.
18. You step in and you see all the same things that your companion does, except there's something else. Something slightly glistening along the floor. Almost like a streak from the broken glass to other places. You notice it at your feet. Or nearby your feet, pretty much close to you, within, very close observation. Something that does not belong. It is dark within the house. It is a little bit dark, I'll say that, so. Yeah.
Okay, so I would. This is gonna be a dumb move, but I'm gonna reach down and touch it, whatever the shiny substance is.
Roll investigation for me. It's sticky and gross and smells terrible. You can't put your finger on it. I mean, you put your finger in it. You can't put your finger on it. Other than it's sticky and gross and smells terrible.
Okay. I try to wipe it off, like on anything, literally anything that I can reach, just to get it off my finger.
You get a good amount off, but there's still like a little bit of residue. You have to keep working at it. It's you're grossed out by it, that's for sure.
As long as you don't rub it on me.
Hey, what's this taste like? All right,
Okay, that's it for me.
Maddie, what would you like to do?
I am gonna enter behind Aquila and Libra. And I'm gonna go up. If I could move, that'd be really cool.
Are you able to move yourself?
There we go. I am. I just
Okay.
had to do something. I'm gonna go the opposite side of Lyra.
You notice Kelly. You notice all the other things that previously mentioned. You notice Kelly picking and being immediately grossed out by this whatever she found on the floor, trying to flick it off her finger. Aquila's like, don't get it on me, What would you like to do?
Um. Is there an upstairs to this place?
There is. You notice stairs in the top left corner, in the far left corner. It's like it goes
Alright.
up and then it bends around.
Can I go upstairs?
Do you have any movement left? How much movement did you spend to get up there?
I was like 23 feet.
You've what, 30 feet of movement?
I think
35?
so.
It should be in your character. Let me.
Oh, I have 30 feet, yeah.
30 feet. Yeah, so you can go the rest of the way towards that direction.
Okay, so like. Hold on. I start making my way to the stairs, but I don't go upstairs yet.
You step in something sticky on the way.
I look down to see what I stepped in.
Roll investigation.
Don't touch it.
Not touching it.
17. It sort of like sticks to your foot, but it's more like moist than like sticky. It's clearish in nature, and it smells literally fishy. Like, it smells like it brings up distant memories of sitting by the docks.
I stopped to think about where this scent, like, what it reminds me of, besides, like, the docks.
Roll history. Ugh. It smells distinctly of like it brings up this odor, brings up childhood memories of holding a fish in your hands and just that sticky feeling you get, that slime that sort of coats it, and that same sort of smell that emanates from it distinctly reminds you of that. That is the memory that's put in your head. Very confident in that.
Of holding a fish?
Of holding a fish and like the sensation of that same sort of slime and the smell of that same sort of slime. That's yeah.
Okay, so I turn to Kelly and Aquila and say, this slime seems kind of fishy, does it not?
No shit.
No shit, Shoreline. I say it distinctly
That's
reminds
what
me
it
of when I
is.
was... It distinctly reminds me of when I was younger at the docks and I was holding a fish in my hands. It smells exactly and feels exactly like that.
Also, Kelly, being water genasi, I'll grant you advantage in any kind of like similar kind of role you want to do in relation to this stuff.
Like now, or do I have to wait for my next turn?
Wait for your turn.
Okay.
Just letting you know. Hold on, Mr. Kerbank.
This comes
Can I tell any? Because the door was open when we arrived, wasn't it?
Yes.
Do I need to do a check for if it could tell if it was forced open or?
You can step up to it and roll for investigation. It was not forced open. It didn't seem like it was even locked in the first place, but you have a feeling that this door was opened after the fact, potentially by a Forcer Bobbin, maybe by someone else. But the lack and dust underneath the doorframe is not as distinct as like it doesn't seem like it was open it seemed like it was closed a couple days ago. Like, you know, it doesn't seem like it's been sitting open like this for quite some time.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'll step into the room with everybody else. You guys have good enough checks. I'll just wait for my next turn.
All right,
I ain't gonna beat a 19.
Akela.
I move further into the house towards the broken window, being careful not to step in the glass. But I kneel down to check around to see if there's any blood or hair or any kind of residue that might be left behind other than the nasty fishy slime.
Roll investigation for me. You notice on the edges of some of the pieces, you notice a couple of things. One, it seems like the windows were broken inwards. All the glass is inside, along the countertop, and onto the floor behind it. Two, you notice some blood stains on some of the edges of the piece of glass, and streaks leading them, almost like leading from inside towards the window. There's also more slime here as well. Also, like a strand of hair here or there caught in some edges in the glass. The hair is short and curly.
Can I tell if it's human blood or monster blood? Like, is it just red blood, regular red blood, or...
Roll medicine. Roll medicine for me. I know it's not like a normal medicine check. Normal medicine is this, but this seems like a medicine check. I'm gonna... The blood is red. That's as much as you can kind of tell. It doesn't have the same fishy scent. But you can't. You just can't make out much.
I turn to my companions and say, looks like someone might have gotten taken out this way, or maybe they were running. I can't tell.
Glass is inside though, so wouldn't they have come in that way? Whoever it
Well,
was.
running, trying to escape whatever came in.
Mm-hmm.
What else can I do? I take a couple of the strands of hair and put them in my bag to see if I can match up who this was.
And as I said before, the hair is short, curly.
Yeah, we can match it to whoever may have been here, to the person, because we've never seen these people before. And my turn. Like I really got.
All right, Kelly.
I want to roll nature check to see if I can figure out anything more about this substance that the fishy like gel goo thing.
All right, roll nature with advantage. So roll again.
19.
19. This is fish slime, but there's way too much of it. You catch a whiff of it, and you take a deeper, you try to analyze this, and you can't pin down exactly what kind of fish or what kind of fish or why there'd be this much slime all over the place. I mean, there's streaks of it here and there around, and you have to think. It leads you to a couple of thoughts. Either there's a whole bunch of fish, one giant fish, or someone just brought in a bucket of fish oil and splattered it all over. You can't really tell, but there's way too much of it. But you also can't put your finger on it. You've not smelled this before. You're not familiar. You
On my
you
finger.
aren't confident that you've not encountered this kind of fish before.
Okay.
And certainly, it shouldn't be something from anywhere around here.
Like local, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like in Lum Top Valley in general, as far as you can tell.
So I just relay that to everybody as I kind of continue looking around over here closer to the table and see if there's anything else out of place.
You look at the table.
Yeah. Just in this general
Roll
area.
roll perception.
$19.
You rolled a 19. Did
Mm-hmm.
it? I didn't see it in the corner here. But you roll a 19. You looking at the table. There's a mug on the table. But doesn't seem like it was being used at the time of whatever happened. But sorry, I'm trying to figure out how I want to word this exactly. You notice a series of scratches on the table, like deep cuts in the wood. More than what it would have been put in through like someone's like nails or wear and tear. And it doesn't look like it's like a natural like flaw in the wood itself either. And almost, you can sort of almost tell the impression in some divots in the woods as you're looking closer of a large hand, as it were.
Something with claws. Hack.
The
Looks like.
big divots are not part of the hand. The big cuts are not a part of the hand. They're separate.
So the cuts are separate from the. Okay, so it's not claws. It's like knife cuts or something. Interesting. I think that's it for me. I don't know what else to do.
Oh, and I forgot to mention. No, I'm gonna hold on to that for now. All right, Maddie, ball's in your court.
Alright. I am going to continue upstairs.
Roll perception.
Okay. I can get my mouse to move. There we go.
You notice in the boards of the stairs impressions of firm boot prints as well as more slime leading up, this time in globs.
So not like a
As
steady
well.
trail, it's more like...
As well as a couple more scraps of blood, like here and there. Not like profuse bleeding, but as if from a scratch. Or a or from a minor cut.
I call down to everyone else and say that I found more blood leading up the stairs. So maybe that there's something upstairs that we need to investigate.
You also have more movement, and you could do more stuff.
Ooh.
I push that. I push that perception roll on you. So I mean, you still can do
Okay.
things.
Alright, I think I have 12 more feet. So I get up to the top of the stairs.
And you can just move your person to the other side. That's the top floor map right there. There you go.
Okay. So like right here?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, so I reach the top of the stairs, but I don't enter the room yet.
Since you're standing there, roll perception.
Okay.
Similar scene as downstairs. Things are thrown about, the carpets are off. The beds. Something's with the beds. But you need to take a closer look. If you want to get a gauge on, like you sort of tell. It's like, it's dark. It's starting to, afternoon is starting to turn into evening slightly.
I'm gonna end my turn since I'm out of movement.
Alright. Colton. Ball's in your court.
Okay. With my 30 feet, I'll follow Maddie up the stairs.
You notice the same boot prints.
Can I tell anything irregular with like the stride of the boot prints or anything like that?
Roll investigation. You take a closer look at the boot prints. They're going in both directions, upstairs and down the stairs. You can also tell that you can kind of get a gauge that there's multiple pairs boot prints, as if from different sets of boots. They're heavy and a little bit large, but roughly same size as your own feet, like general. Going up and down. As you look behind you, see that they distinctly take a left-hand curve as they go down the stairs. It's like they all follow the same trail this way and that.
Gotcha, okay. These people are creatures of habit. They go the same way down the stairs every time.
And if you still have movement, you can continue
Nah,
moving.
that was about the end of mine.
Oh, okay. Alright. Keela.
You said it's turning into evening.
It's like mid-ish, late-ish afternoon. It's like, I'd say 7 o'clock in summertime.
Okay. Are there any lights in the house?
Not in the house. There's a fireplace in the far corner, but it's cold and dark.
Should be able to go upstairs. I head upstairs And I will cast Control Flames to illuminate the area a little bit. Form a small
Okay.
flame in my hand.
It lights up. Roll perception with advantage.
How do I roll with the advantage?
You could just roll twice,
good.
honestly. It works the same way. Pretty much, advantage means you roll 2 dice and you choose the better of the 2. Disadvantage means you roll 2 die and choose the worst of the 2.
You said perception?
Perception. 14.
Ooh,
Was that a
22.
nat 20?
And that's an 18.
18.
You get very good eyes on the room. You see the same thing that Jovira had noticed immediately. You notice that the beds look like the sheets have been thrashed open and the sheets are dragged onto the floor just a little bit off the beds. There's 2 of them, a double bed in the far corner and a smaller, looks like a children's bed, corner closest to you. More heavy boot prints and slime. And every here or there a speck. No. You notice the little specks of like blood scrape blood start right at the start of the stairs.
Let's see. I'll roll nature to see if I can identify anything else about the blood and slime, I guess.
The slime, it's fish slime. The blood, describe how you examine the blood. Do you just look at it, or?
I get up close to it, try to tell if it's how fresh it is.
It's dried by a few days.
Am I able to tell anything about how old the slime is? Is that about the same?
About the same, but it's still sticky. It's still like, yeah. Like, yeah, it's still sticky. But they both dried about the same period of time. The blood, though, is sort of like kind of dried into the wood, though, and it's more of like a crusty now.
Relay that information to Joe. I'm never gonna be able to say Joe, right? Since she's right next to me. I have the flame and I just look around the room. It doesn't seem, I can't see anybody, but I don't know if there's anything else I can perceive.
That's about it for now. You're not gonna be able to
Yeah,
investigate them until you can get closer.
Yeah, end my turn then.
Alright. It is now Kelly's turn. You were down at the table downstairs.
I'm gonna roll perception again and see if I find anything else in the room in general. That we missed. Probably over in this area by the bookshelf and the fireplace.
Alright. You notice the fire is cold and dead. There's an old charred log in there. It's obviously not been replaced or lit for several days. You look at the bookshelf. It actually seems relatively unscathed. There's various books about, the history of Lumptop Valley, different children's stories, like a book about like this political structure of Nordenthal, the broader realm in which the camp, in which you guys are currently in. You don't sense anything magical from any of them. If anything, that corner seems relatively mundane compared to the rest of the room. But you do notice, standing where you are, the boot trail and blood speck, and specifically, you kind of piece together that the slime, all this is connecting out from that window.
Mm-hmm.
The stairs to the window. It seems like there was something going on down here on this floor.
Okay.
That's about all I've got for you on this one.
I'm gonna come back to the table and see if I can investigate these scratches a little bit more. See if I can find out what they're made, what it came from, like what. Nothing. I'm not gonna get anything from that.
You cannot tell. They are scratches.
They're just
They're
scratches.
larger than claws. They don't look like claws. They're next to big impressions of, heavy impressions of hands and such.
Okay. That's it for me.
All right, Maddie.
Alright, I move deeper into the bedroom and come to a set of doors.
Yes, big set of double doors right there. They're unlocked.
I open the doors, but I don't step inside for fear that someone's going to be in there.
Doors, you sort of creep and then yank open in fear. Silence. No one's there. You see some coats hanging on the wall. It's like a closet, and two chests in front of you. They don't seem to be tampered with. No scratches or anything. If anything, in this area of the room, doesn't seem to have been much going on at all.
I call out to Aquila and say that I found two chests and maybe there's something inside that would be useful to us. And I'm out of movement, so that's the end of my turn.
Alright. Colton.
Alright. I'll crawl up the stairs, and then I have enough movement to reach towards the smaller bed.
Oh, you really don't have a lot of movement, do you? How much
It's
movement do
30.
you have?
That's 30 feet.
No way from there to there is 30 feet.
To the top of the stairs is 20, and to the end of the bed's another 10.
Be damned.
It's a pretty big house.
Good for
Yeah,
them.
The
Living
scale's
well.
a little, yeah, they're living
Them.
just fine. Yeah.
So looking at this smaller bed here, can I see anything that looks off with this bed or with this trunk? This looks like kind of like a barrel sitting there at the end of it.
Roll investigation.
I ain't gonna say anything with that.
You don't notice much. It's bed, the sheets have been thrashed off. There's like a barrel to one side that looks like it's been used as a nightstand. You can't really make out what's going on here. Or what went on here, I should say.
Looking behind me, is that another doorway to the stairs outside?
Yes.
Can I see if those are unlocked or if that doorway is still locked?
Unless you can reach in and actually test the door.
I ain't getting that far. They got a nice house. I will end my turn.
All right, Hila.
Okay. Yeah, I have just enough movement to get over here. And I look inside. I see the two chests. I want to do perception, see if I can notice anything about the chests or anything about the closet area there.
Roll for perception. The area is untouched as far as you can tell. Whatever's befallen the rest of this home has not befallen this corner. Similarly with downstairs in the corner by the fireplace. One of the chests is locked. The other is not. I'm gonna say the bottom chest is locked. The top one is not.
Okay. I don't have enough movement to get in there quite yet. I think that's all I can really do because I can't get to the chest, so I'll end my turn.
Alright. So, Kelly? You can also, like, what? Is it double movement by dashing? I don't remember.
That seems over the
That
top.
seems
I'm
pretty
gonna
big.
come over here and like kind of look out the window if I can. Maybe kick some of this glass out of the way. Just to see if I can see where maybe if there's any footprints or anything outside that kind of shows where they came from.
Roll perception. Yes.
18?
You notice in the dirt just outside the window, boot prints, firmly impressed into the soil, as well as something else, something lighter, surrounded and like just occupied by this slime as well, going in tandem with boot prints. They lead. Pull up my map. They lead out to the street.
Are they going away from the house or are they coming toward the house?
Both.
Okay.
They lead to the street as far as you can tell, and then they stop. I will say this because it's outside of the map and you're not able to go over there.
Yeah.
No, actually, I think I said enough. Roll higher next time. You'll get more info.
Roll higher next time. Don't suck so hard. Okay, that's my turn then.
They lead to and from the street.
Okay.
All right, that leads to Maddie.
I go ahead and walk to the chest and open one up. I open the one on the top
Yeah, the one you're looking at up there, like the north-ish one. That's the unlocked one.
northish one. So I'm gonna go ahead and move there. And I open it up.
You open it up. Inside, you find the first thing you see laid on top is a very fine fresco. Must have been pretty expensive. In it, this is a portrait of 3 halflings, 2 older ones and 1 younger one. You notice you notice that portrait. There's also other things, some old toys, a wooden spoon, some folded up clothes. In the bottom, find a small like leather purse, 20 gold pieces. You can add that to your inventory.
How do I do that?
You do that by right. You know what? I'm just gonna give it to you.
Cool, that works.
But in the future, you go to inventory, then manage inventory, then currency, then for adjust coin, you go under GP, and then type in the designated number, and then hit add.
Oh, okay.
You're now the proud owner
Cool.
of 45 gold pieces.
Damn, look at me go.
Wow.
Total.
Living
the ones you just
large.
Congratulations, you just robbed a freaking.
Yeah, you just robbed a
Nice
missing
family.
family. The
Shit, I'm a thief. That makes sense.
You can look at the painting if you want. Investigate that or do other things.
That's what I was thinking. Is there is it in a frame or is it just
It's in a
Like a
frame, but
photo.
it's not. It doesn't have like a glass thing on it. You're looking right at it.
okay?
It's
So
like it's like a
there's
It's like a fresco.
okay. Then can I roll perception to turn it over and see if there's any like writing?
You can roll investigation.
Okay, investigation.
Perception is when you're looking to see
Okay.
anything. If you want to perceive your surroundings
Mhm.
or in a specific area. Investigation is when you have something or you've perceived. Investigation is when you've already perceived something, and you want to investigate the nature of that thing
Okay.
and look for detail.
Want to Sherlock Holmes it?
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. We're not doing a whole lot of Sherlock Holmes in here.
You don't find much. It's kind of dark in the closet. You don't find much writing, but you take a brief look at the painting, and one thing you notice is that all 3 of them have short curly hair.
Ooh. Who was the one who pocketed the?
I did.
Okay. So I turn to you and I say, they all have short curly hair. Intriguing.
So we know this didn't come from whoever else was in the house.
Exactly. So maybe they were trying to leave evidence of who they were.
Or was torn out of their scalp.
Or it was pulled out of their scalp. That
Ah,
works
yes,
too.
I'm being kidnapped. Let me pluck a hair from my head and
Look.
wedge it between the floorboards.
Look,
I'm sorry.
I
I'm sorry.
know.
I shouldn't be making fun of you for this, but
you never know. You never know. I'm just
I mean,
saying.
I mean,
you
I do
never
know, but
Weirder things have happened. Okay.
All right, yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
That's always a thought in my mind.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No, I like that this is your character's like line of thought.
Well, look,
Um,
some of us women also shed a lot, so
Mm,
True.
yes.
true. Alright, well, since I didn't find a whole lot with the painting, I'm gonna go ahead and end my turn.
Alton, that leaves you.
Alrighty.
Oh, we lost you, Maddie, your stream.
I'm just quickly turning off my camera.
That's
I'll
fine.
be back in a second.
Alright, I will go over then to the master bed, or it looks like it at least,
There's-
and
Sorry, go on.
examine the two night tables, or side tables it looks like they have there as barrels.
Yeah, they're barrels that have been converted into nightstands. Roll investigation. I'm just gonna say this goes for both of them. I'm not gonna make you like spend an entire turn going just to look at the other one. You open up. Well, the first thing you notice is the bed has been thrashed open, and sheets have like been like almost like pulled off, as if someone's been yanked out, or fell out of bed, or something. Second, you see a little picture frame on there, similar to the one that was previously described. Family. You open up one of like the drawers that have been cut into the side of this barrel. You find a little book, a Selûnite Bible, like a Selûnite holy book, which is like the local, like it's like the dominant religion here in Nordenthal. It's like moon worship, more or less. You find a short, stubby stick thing. It seems strange to you. Upon picking it up, there's a humming to it that resonates like through your hand a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's about as much as I'm going to tell you about that right now. And there's also in here a jewelry box. Just like some very, very basic jewelry, necklaces and such. And it kind of dawns on you that if this was like some kind of like robbery or something, why is all this stuff still here? That's as much as I'm going to tell you for now.
Okay. So I call out to Akila and Maddie's character, telling them, I don't think this place was actually robbed. I think someone just got snatched. And I look back at this humming stick now I have in my hand. And try to get more info into it.
Roll investigation on this humming stick. You know what? Nat 1.
Rip.
You can't make sense of it, though it seems like it's been frequently handled and used. But you have no idea.
Some sort of weapon.
You sort of like sniff it,
Oh god.
but like you can't tell. Heads or tails. Yeah, you guys are catching on now? Alright, yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
You grip it and it like hums a little louder and it sort of scares you and you drop it and it goes back in.
Yeah, buddy.
Poor Kerbonk.
Kerbonk has never seen or used anything like this before.
Oh no.
Anyway, that's
with
about... Yeah, sorry, go on.
with my remaining movement, I'm gonna go peek at this door now to see if it is locked or not. See if it's been used frequently or recently at all.
It's locked. It's not been used recently.
Okay. I think that's the end of my turn.
All right. Kila.
I go into the closet and go over to the other chest that is locked. And I'm gonna roll investigation.
I mean, I'm not gonna make you roll for that. Oh.
Oh, well, I did anyway. It didn't
I
go
mean,
well.
you guys have already looked at it plain enough. It's a locked chest. Does not seem to have been subject to mishandling or anything around here. You can't get a gauge on what's inside.
Can I tell anything about the lock? Like, is it something easy to break?
It's a mundane lock. It seems like it's made of like metal of some kind, but not like it's not very big. It's not like some kind of like heavy duty something. Do you have thieves tools?
I don't think.
Well,
I think Maddie would. Cause
Yeah.
she might. You could also try and force it open.
yeah, I'll try to.
That's Kerbonk's job.
Are you gonna? So how are you gonna try and do this?
Hmm. Vigorously kind of try to shake the lock a little bit and jiggle it to see if it comes loose.
Okay. Roll strength.
Yeah, no. That's no. No. Yeah.
Oh shit. Nat 1?
If anything, you seem to have secured it a little bit tighter.
uh,
Which means I'm gonna make it a little bit harder to break this lock.
well, since I can't open it, turn to my companion and ask if she might have thieves' tools or thinks she might be able to break this open.
Alright. In the meantime, Kelly.
You said there was something besides the footprints and the fish oil on the ground outside?
A different kind of impression in the ground, aside from the
Okay.
boots. And
I'm
one
gonna-
that's kind of surrounded, like glooped over, like has like an increased like concentration of the fish oil,
Yeah.
fish slime.
I'm gonna try to hop out the window. Right here.
You do so. You do
And-
so with ease.
Kind of try to get a better look at whatever that impression is.
Roll investigation. It's a footprint, but a strange one. One second. It's an impression for a foot, but not like one you've seen on land. Where it has these 4 long toes that go out, and one toe sort of goes back a little bit. And the toes seem to, based on like how far they pushed into the dirt, seems like they were webbed with clawed points at the end.
Hmm.
And in the deeper recesses of these prints is where there's more of this slime.
I'm gonna roll nature and see if I can figure out anything more. Nope.
What was the roll?
6.
Six. You can't make heads or tails. Fish slime
Okay.
on a apparently bipedal creature doesn't make any sense to you. Especially not this far south. I mean, maybe if you're right next to the water, maybe some ideas would come up, but nothing
Doesn't make
adds
sense
up here.
where we are.
Okay. Roll perception. "17. Across the road, you see a small halfling child looking at you, sort of scared, but also in like wonder, not knowing what you are, seeing, sort of the way your hair moves and the hue of your skin, and just the fact that you're not a halfling fills the child with wonder, but still you can see ever-present fear in its eyes. Standing on the other side of the road from you, in front of one of the other houses. I'm not going to put it on the map because it's off map.
Yeah, I just crouch down and hold my hand out to them, like seeing if they'll come over.
Roll.
Animal handling.
That's fucked up.
Children are animals.
Roll
What?
acrobatics, see if you pull a muscle.
Halfling children and specifically are animals.
Roll charisma.
Saving throw or just a
Gotta
regular?
Figure out. Hold on, let me figure out
You
the
got
better
that
one.
wrist.
I do not have that
It's a
risk.
child. Thank you very much. Correction. Roll persuasion, which is basically the same thing.
8.
It sort of looks around behind it, looks back at you, and sort of it steps over you across the road, and it's like, what are you?
I tell them that I'm a genasi from where are we right now?
You are in Lumptop Valley.
I think I'm north of
Where
this
did I
place.
put the map? Yes, you are. Okay, if you go to World Lore
Mm-hmm.
under the forum,
Yeah.
see where Anvil Bay is?
Mm-hmm.
You're from that area, from that that gulf, the Anvil Gulf.
Okay, so that's what I tell them. I tell them that I'm a genasi from the Anvil Bay, from the north.
You're not from here.
Mm-mm.
Are you one of them?
One of who?
The one of them. They came here a few days ago.
Who came here? Can you describe them for me?
I think there was 5 of them. 4 looked like normal folk, I guess. Dwarves, maybe. They looked really strange, and then one, it was all hooded, but it stank, and it had a long, scary, spiky pole, and
I watched them. They they came up in a wagon and went in through the window. I didn't do anything. I was just scared, but there was a lot of noise inside. And then they came out, dragging the Smallfoots through the window and into the wagon.
Into the wagon. Do you remember what day this happened?
This was 3 nights ago. No one believes me.
I believe you. Has anyone come back to the house since then?
There's the enforcer, Mr. Bobbin, but he just walked in and pretty much walked out and went to get a drink. He doesn't do much around here. Nothing ever happens here. That's why no one believes me. It's about as quiet as it gets.
Mm.
Tell you what. Look, promise. Oh, who was that? Oh, that was the music bot. It ran out of music.
Music ran out.
Music ran out.
Oh no.
Mm.
Oh
If someone
it
wants,
back.
you can put it back up. But anyway, look, promise me you won't tell anyone about this, okay?
I promise.
I'm really sure because everyone else makes fun of me. Roll charisma.
Okay. A saving throw or at the top?
Yeah, just at the top it works. It'd be a persuasion roll, but it's the same roll. 17.
got that raise.
All right. I trust you for now with this. Pulls out from his back pocket a small scrap of paper. What looks like has been penciled in. This is what I saw. And it was what it appears to be like a hooded robe shape. This is all scratchy and scribbly, like, a child
Mhm.
drawing this. With, weird a creature with weird bony legs and webbed feet. The hands are similar. Webbed hands, like webbed fingers too. It had a hood on, but underneath kind of something that looks like a fish.
Mm-hmm.
I call it the fish man.
That's certainly what it looks like.
I've told everyone. No one believes me. None of my friends believe me.
Well, my friends and I believe you. Because there's something fish smelling in that house.
I could smell it from here.
Very stinky in there. Don't go in there. You've helped me a lot. There's something I can do for you to pay you back?
Can you find him for me? My friend. They took my friend.
I'll do my best.
That he sort of turns and scampers off into the home behind him. He leaves the drawing with you.
Okay. I'm out of movement, so that's the end of my turn. Yep, that's the end of my turn for now.
All right. Maddie.
All right. I move over to the other chest. If I can drag. There we go. And I use my thieves' tools to pick the lock.
What roll is that?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Roll me sleight of hand. Thank you, Kelly.
Yes, sir. Right.
22. Was this a nat 20?
Yes,
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
I guess.
The
I
lock
don't
comes
know
open.
what.
The lock
don't
comes
know
open
what-
immediately. The thieves' tools are still just as good as ever. They could be reused again if you want. And the chest sort of swings open, and you see if you 4 potions of healing. Another leather purse with 60 gold pieces.
Damn.
You're robbing these people blind.
I was literally thinking the exact same.
Let's fucking go.
You're gonna come
How
home
many
and be
people
like,
was
"Where'd
it?
all our money go?"
Also a dagger,
Ooh.
like an old dagger. Nothing crazy fancy about it. It's just a dagger.
Well, since I am a thief by nature, I take everything in the chest.
All right, not even gonna share either. All right.
Nar.
No.
Why would I share when I was the one who picked the lock?
Maddie's gonna be sugar mama. That's all.
I'm selfish. I'm here for my own.
I'm
Yeah.
just
I'm here for my
standing
own
there
reasons.
shaking my head as she's pocketing everything.
In the last campaign I was in, as soon as I came across like this huge amount of money, I'm like, okay, so I guess I'm the party treasurer now.
Nah, man. I was the one who picked that lock. That's my money.
All right. Congratulations. And you can add those things to your inventory.
All right. So remind me what was in there again.
So 4 potions of healing. So you're gonna go to
Oh.
equip. So you're gonna add items, and then potion of healing, and then you're gonna add 4 of those.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I could just give it to you.
You know what? That might be faster. I'm not gonna lie.
One, 2, 3, 4. Fine. Was 60 gold pieces? Was that I said?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you,
Yeah.
yeah.
God damn.
Let's see. 60. And do you want that dagger?
Of course, I want the dagger.
She's a little
I'm a-
treasure
I'm a-
gremlin. She has to get
I'm
everything.
a treasure gremlin.
Or if you want to be able to use that dagger, you gotta equip it.
Okay.
She doesn't want to use it. She just wants to have it.
No, I'm gonna stab everyone.
Oh God! New primary weapon.
She has double rapiers. She's taking the dagger.
Everyone's gonna be dead
You have-
by
why
the
do you have
time
1,
I'm
2,
done.
Why do you have 5 daggers on you?
I'm
Why
like,
not?
I don't know. I don't know what you want from me.
Why are you asking questions you don't want the answers?
Exactly.
I'm noticing you have double of a lot of things. Including
thief.
2 sets of very nice change of clothes you have there. Yeah, 2 sets of clothes. 2
Hey,
sets
you never
of
know.
armor.
You never know where you're gonna spend the night.
Jesus. Alright, calm down.
No walk of shame for her.
No walk of shame for me. You gotta have nice clothes.
By the way, I'm not entirely opposed to adult things within this. I just don't include it if it's not necessary to the plot. But if you guys want that, let me know.
Like
Whatever.
the humming stick.
Like
The
the humming
humming
stick.
You're welcome. You're welcome
That
for that
was-
one.
That was imperative to the story. Okay.
It was. That's the key we all needed.
Akila messaged
No.
me a meme about something similar. It's just you know what? I'm gonna include that. And see, I want to see the process of them figuring it out.
Humming
Stick
stick.
that goes.
Yes.
And then it goes. Anyways,
A slight,
I
a
said
slight
too much.
fishy smell, but a different fishy smell.
Oh Lord.
Anyway,
Oh God! All right. Well, since I ransacked,
I'll leave that where it is.
Yeah, we don't need to go there.
Anyway,
Since I ransacked the chest, I think I'm gonna be done with my turn. Since I
Alright.
got a fair amount of loot.
alright, Colton. It's your turn.
Debating what to do in this room now, though. We've kind of ransacked most of it.
As we should.
At any point, if you guys feel satisfied with what you found here, you can leave. It can also always come back, but not necessarily saying that you have to leave now or that there's nothing else for you to find here. But yeah, just want to let you guys know your options.
I think I'll begin the trek going back downstairs. That's about all the distance I got with it. Trying to follow the pathing again of the boot tracks we saw earlier. Do I see any of it leading back upstairs?
Yes, there's boot prints going both up and down.
Mm-hmm. Could I see any of them in the room before I headed downstairs?
Yes, there's firm boot impressions in the carpet and on the wooden floors,
Okay.
as well as these slimy steps.
I think I'll just end my turn there. I'm gonna check out some of the mugs and stuff next turn.
As you head downstairs, something just sort of irks you, just not have been able to figure out what's going on with the kid's bed. It's just sort of a head scratcher, isn't it? Think to yourself. Akila, your turn.
Well, do I sense anything off with the beds?
You could head over there and
Go over to the kid's bed.
roll perception if you'd like. Yes. Was this Nat?
No, 19.
Damn, you got a +4 for perception? Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I have a +5.
Fuck, hell. Alright.
Just really like knowing things, okay?
I guess so.
Sage proficiency.
Fuck.
It is sage proficiency.
Something is off. Unlike on the other bed, where it looks like someone fell out or was dragged out or something or other. Here, looks like the sheets were yanked open, but it doesn't look like there was any struggle to out of the bed. And you notice at the foot of the bed, small claw marks.
Are they
Oh.
smaller than the rest of the claw marks?
Yes. These look like, not like dedicated, like sharp animal claws, like fingernails.
Ugh. I lean in to investigate those scratches further.
Roll for investigation. $18. They lead, the claw marks lead from under the bed. You take a look underneath, and you see a teddy bear. Small, not even a teddy bear. It's like a stuffed owl bear plushie
Aw.
with like little bird feathers in and around its face, and a little wooden beak. And it looked like it had been squeezed and then released. And you sort of get the impression that no one was dragged out of the bed. Someone was hiding underneath the bed, discovered and dragged out.
Hmm. I take the plushie from under the bed and put it in my bag. This is clearly a child's, and maybe we can use it to find the child.
I shall add an owl bear plushie to your
Yes.
inventory. Is plushie spelled with an IE or a Y?
I.e.
It's very on brand for me to have plushies anyway.
What's his name of this town again? This. Okay. Yep. Adding it to your backpack. All right. You are now the proud owner of one owlbear plushie. What are you going to do now?
I don't think there's much left I can do. Let's see. I have another 10 feet and I can move, so I'll move just to the top of the stairs. And end my turn.
Right. Kelly?
I'm just gonna pop back in the window and go headed toward the stairs to find where everybody else is at, so I can tell them what I found out.
As you head over there, each of you kind of gets the feeling that you've pretty much did a pretty good search of this place. It kind of can't really come up with anything else to look at or check out. You did a pretty thorough job.
We are the best crime scene investigators the world has ever seen.
Watch a lot of true crime.
True.
All right. So, Maddie, if you guys want, if you guys are done with the turn, then you can regroup down in the lower area. Just talk it out and discuss, or choose your next course of action, or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, since I'm done ransacking the house, I'm gonna go ahead and move towards
You're
She
not gonna
finished-
pick up the
She finished the job.
finish the job. I got what I needed, so
I was gonna say,
I head to the top of the stairs. And since that's all the movement I have, I'm done.
If you guys are done looking at things, we can just move y'all into the
just
main.
move everyone downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Everyone regroups down in main first floor room. Open mic night, guys.
I show everyone the picture that the little halfling child gave me and tell them what he told me about the people who came to the house 3 nights earlier and took the Smallfoots away into a carriage or a cart.
I pulled a owlbear plush out of my bag. This must have been one of the childs, or there must have been a child living here. Small child.
Mm-hmm.
And that must Must be the friend. What did everyone else? Anyone else find anything?
Found a really
Uh,
cool stick. It hummed. Made some weird noises.
Smelled
Was
funny.
well,
Was it magic?
I think to
was magic.
somebody it was.
Yeah.
well, I ransacked their chests and I found a bunch of healing potions and coins and a dagger. So I'm a happy camper.
Wow. So these people got kidnapped and you're robbing them
And
blind?
you robbed them?
Yeah, what about it?
Collecting evidence.
I'm simply just collecting what's here.
If y'all are satisfied with that, I mean,
Gotta go back to the tavern and find
Report to
Dobbins all be
Bobbin.
found.
all right.
Yeah.
You guys. do that?
Little Dobby.
All right.
little Dobby, yeah.
Well,
Let me see.
Dobby Bobby.
Give Dobby a sock.
Map swap. And am I able to change the
Dobby,
music
stop.
yet? Let's find out.
Dobby's a free elf.
Music bot. One moment. Please work. Damn it. Does
In the
someone else want to put it? Someone else want to do the music? Let me send you a link.
Yeah, I'll do it.
in the campaign thing, I'm gonna post that Twitter link that I had sent Moose, just so you see what I'm fucking talking about.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's see if I can skip to that
Is
song.
that the same? Oh, there you go.
that's amazing.
Is it playing? It's just quiet. All right. All
Believe
right,
me, that's
guys.
far and away one of the least cursed things
Oh
that
my
I've
god,
seen.
it's so long.
Hitachi magic staff.
From across the room? Like so long.
It's just loaded up with like giant flashlight. Anyway. All right.
Fucking D batteries.
Where are you guys aiming to go?
Well, wait. Do we want to go back to the tavern and talk to the enforcer?
Yeah, I thought that's the enforcer, yeah.
Might as well.
Probably.
If he's still there.
He's
Alright.
probably plastered by now.
Just
True.
oil in the gears.
Yep.
As you guys head in that direction, you pass over a set of like wheel tracks, like wagon tracks. That you notice because you're right there. Start right next to the house you were just in, and proceed east.
Okay. Wagon.
Okay, so it's going the same direction that we are.
Yeah. All right. If you guys choose to, head back to the Tipsy Dragon Inn. And no, I'll keep it on this music. I like this.
Whimsical.
Very.
It's nice. All right.
So what did I do to my dude to accidentally make him red that time?
You selected him, then you poured a color.
Ah, okay.
You walk in, Pippa Meadowfoot. It's so as you leave the house, it's now the sun is just starting to set, and you arrive in here. There's not really many other people in here. Pippa is the bar, the barmaid is sort of just doing her thing, wiping the table. Oleg is scrubbing the floor, trying to pick up all these bits of like onion that are all over the ground for some reason or another. You still see the centaur. Just, he's just kind of chilling at the table, not doing anything. A little disappointed he's not here, but he's still not doing anything. But maybe one day he'll get some inspiration. Anyway, Bobbin is there, just face down, little bit of like a puddle around his face, and you sort of hear like snoring coming from him. Pippa looks at you guys and is like, "Back so soon? You are a thirsty bunch."
Absolutely.
Well, after what we just went through, I could certainly use a drink.
Me too.
Well, since I don't have any other customers tonight, I'll give you this on my house. Why not? And she gives you each a beer, like an ale.
Tankard.
If y'all are drinking it, each of you roll
full
dexterity.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
All three of y'all roll. Oh,
Oh,
How did I
Wow.
get?
you may have been able to handle the previous string, but this on top of that was just a little too much. You're feeling woozy, and your sight's a little blurry. You keep in mind that here in the dwarven realm, mostly dwarven realm of Nordenthal, they drink pretty hard. So, you take disadvantage on your next roll. Yeah. Bobbin is still just sitting there, just snoozing, right on, drooling all over his papers and all this and that. Sort of muttering to himself in his sleep just a little bit, just drunkenly. You can see no less than 10 empty tankards
Jesus.
and a small leather purse of coin on the counter next to them.
Shouldn't have said that out loud.
Those eyebrows. Fuck it.
I peer over his shoulder and see if I can read anything off the papers that he has.
What languages do you have again?
What is that?
Oh, well, yeah, you can read it. It's in common. Can't quite read the text at the top. You think it might be in Dwarvish. It's like the header, you think. But the rest of it is in common. It's hard to see because a lot of it's covered. Some of it's like smudged a little bit by the drool.
Gross.
Missing person. You make out some words like missing persons. Nothing. Foots. Dumb kid.
Okay. Turn to my companions and say, "Do you think we should wake him up?"
Let me
Well,
steal
maybe-
his coin first, then we can wake him up.
Oh, here we go.
Hold on.
All right,
Damn,
so
you said that out loud, didn't you?
I did. Let me steal his coins. Me.
Roll me just a d20 real quick.
Oh shit.
Like anything or?
Bottom left, click on like the actual like die,
Oh yeah,
then click on d20.
D20. Okay. Well,
Pippa-
shit.
Pippa turns and looks at you. He's like, "Excuse me? What'd you say?"
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Roll persuasion.
Ooh.
Is that nat? Is that nat?
No.
Or
The 19.
19 plus 1.
Pippa has no reason to doubt you. People say things all the time.
You were
She's like-
fucking smooth.
She
Woke
stops
him
paying.
up, though.
She stops paying attention. No, Bobbin's still asleep.
Ooh.
Oh.
If he's still asleep and she's not paying attention, then I move to steal his coins.
Sleight of hand.
On.
You succeed. Let me roll. Let me roll a die to see how much you find in there.
I'm just sitting here watching her do this, drinking my beer.
She's out here playing the get rich game real quick.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I am.
24 gold pieces.
Woo!
Damn.
God damn, alright.
Which inventory? Let's see. I'm gonna add it for you.
Oh, cool, thanks.
What was that number one more time? Sorry, it was 24.
24.
You're making a lot of money.
Dude, I love being a thief. It's so fun.
You steal the money. And no one's any the wiser.
Alright.
Pippa continues doing her duties, cleaning out a glass. Forcer's Bobbin still snoring away. Oleg is just chilling, sort of mopping.
So now do we want to wake him up? Or
I
we want to
mean, yeah.
We can try. I don't think that he'll be able to tell us anything or do anything, but we can try. Seems pretty drunk.
Little too drunk for his own good.
Yeah, look at all the money you spent tonight. There's not anything left.
I know. He bought too many drinks.
So you guys choose to wake him up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
You guys wake him up, one way or another. He sort of comes to. He's like snorting and sort of, ugh. What do you want? Ugh. What are you doing here? He's
Well,
just sort of like,
we went and checked out the house, and I guess we'd share what we
Yeah,
learned.
share everything we found.
what house?
Just
There's a
Smallfoot
house?
Missing family?
They're just, they're just, he is just plastered.
Mm-hmm.
I slap him to wake him up.
Roll strength. Or let me see. How do you do a? Is a is an unarmed strike just a strength roll?
I think it's technically an attack roll. It should be in one of your attacks.
Yeah, it should be in your. Yeah, it is. It's on your actions. Unarmed strike.
Okay, so roll unarmed strike.
You make an attack roll against a creature, and on a hit, deal 1 plus strength bludgeoning damage.
It was a strength +1.
So you have a DC 1. So see where it says hit/DC next to
Yeah.
unarmed strike? Click on that.
I just rolled it and I got a 17.
You hit him. You do 0 damage because it's 1 plus your strength. Your strength is -1, so 0 damage. You slap him. He's completely unhurt, but he comes to. He's got a big impression of your red impression of your. You stole this guy's money and you slapped the shit out of him.
As I
Big
should. As I
impression of his
should.
hand across his face, and he's like, "Gah. What do you want? What? Good morning."
Good morning.
You told us to check out the house, and now we're here to tell you what we found?
Oh, yeah. The house, yeah. What'd you find? What'd you got?
A lot of fishy slime.
It was disgusting.
Fishy slime. There's no fish around here. What are you talking about?
I show him the picture of the drawing from the kid.
What is this supposed to be? Huh?
This is what he
Hey.
saw.
You're talking about that little runt across the road, aren't you? I'll tell you what, the kid has the strongest imagination in the whole damn town. He sees all kinds of stuff. He swears the last time he went fishing, he caught a whole aboleth. He's got a wild imagination.
Well, there was some fishy oil in the house, so his story makes sense.
You guys have got more than a lead than me, it seems here. Gonna keep
Did you
doing my
even-
job.
Did you even look at the house? Like, did you
Yeah,
go?
I opened the door, I walked in, it kind of smelled bad, and then I, figured, maybe not.
And then you just walked right out.
You're
So,
Yeah.
can you do your job at all?
I'm gonna be honest with you, 90% of my job is just keeping, we're a small border town. 90% of my job is just keeping, the traders, from too rowdy in the bar and just keep them in town. Look, if there were some weird fish dude walking around here, I think Guy would know.
Sure. Because there's a family missing and you're doing nothing about it. Okay.
Oh, maybe they went camping.
Like I said, did you look at the house?
It's a mess, but who am I to judge?
Did you see the broken window?
Not really, gonna be honest with you.
I can't with this guy.
Look, I'm trying my absolute dutiful best right now to just,
Mm.
Okay, sitting
Okay,
up straight.
my
sure.
thing that I do
Sure.
and stuff. And he's sort of just face down back in the counter.
Can I slap him again?
Go for it.
Do it.
I love being a bitch. It's so fun. Alright. $14.
You hit him, slap him, do 0 damage. He wakes up again. He's like,
Stop doing that. It's not polite.
I don't give a fuck if it's not polite. You're falling asleep mid-conversation.
I'm processing. All right, I'm letting the think juice do its work. And, you know, it's as important police work. Went, analyzed, I thought, wrote down some things on some paper, and then I'm sleeping on it, and I'll have something come up in the morning, maybe.
I throw up my hands. This guy's just fucking worthless. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, he's not worth our time in the slightest.
Definitely not helping the situation at all.
he orders another drink. And then Pippa's like,
Hold on. Before you get another one, you need to pay for all of these. He's like, I thought I did. It's right.
hey, I'm so sorry, Miss. I'm sorry, Miss Middlefoot. I didn't do that. And he reaches into his pocket. It's like, I must have left my purse at home.
Yeah, you did.
Pippa's like, this guy. Tell you what, I'll put it on your tab, but you're not getting another drink until you pay him. He's like, whatever. And he sort of just sits there and just sort of chills.
So do we want to head out?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
He sure is. He sure isn't helping at all.
No.
To the town of Thistlebrook. You walk back out. It's evening now. The sun is just set. The stars are just starting to come out. Let me remember. I just see you guys are this trail to there. That's about where you found the cart trail at, up to that point.
Okay, do we...
Maybe we should follow the wagon trail and see where it goes.
Yeah, I think that'd probably be your best bet.
Yeah.
Alright. You guys head down. And you notice they continue east. On this map, north is just up. Like, as you see
Yeah.
it. This is a north-oriented map. Continue east. Roll perception.
Who?
He doesn't notice anything. He's still drunk. Did I see a 22 in there somewhere?
Yep.
Bug.
There's a 17 plus 5.
22. The trail. Where's my pencil? Here it is. Continues through. And it takes a right turn. You notice it continues off east. I assume you guys are continuing to
Just
follow.
follow it, yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Unless we see anything
Alright, given
else.
such good eyes on it, you follow it through. Follow the tracks and they come around this way. And it brings you, and they lead back to the stables.
at the stable, you see out front, well, you get to the stables. You take a good look at it. Someone roll perception here. Anyone can roll perception here. Or everyone. 15. Oh.
I got 19.
Nice. Alright. You take a look at it. There is, in the stables, you got, like, the main office area. It's like a community stable sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the paddock where you see, you know, just, what do they call it? Stalls or whatever. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's horses, mostly donkeys and ponies. Animals of shorter stature. That sort of thing. And right, you have 3 larger paddocks. 2 of them have carriages in them. Well, yeah, 2 of them have carriages.
Like horse-drawn carriages?
Yes. Or, like, yeah. They're covered carriages. Think of like a 19th century, like, American pioneer sort of deal, you know? Cart with a big cover over the top.
Can I stick my head and try to look towards the back of one of them, see if I get any clues?
Roll investigation. Have you used your disadvantage yet?
Oh, I have not. I need.
Roll again.
Well, damn.
You don't know what's going on. Shapes are moving. You're just feeling good. You're just happy to be here,
I just
honestly.
had a good drink.
Thanks for blowing it.
Are there any people at the stables, or just the
No.
animals?
People have
No
gone
peop-
home.
Mm. Look around, checking out the stalls of the animals, seeing if there's anything amiss.
Roll perception. There's animals in the stalls. You don't really notice anything else. Some are sleeping, some are standing, just staring at you.
But they're all regular
Yeah.
animals.
Donkeys, ponies. No.
No extra limbs, no slime on any of them.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
While one of you may have failed your investigation on the carriages, that does not necessarily mean that all of you have to.
I go ahead and investigate the carriages.
Sorry, I just felt like dropping that hint just because as
Yeah.
I feel like
No, we're all fucked now because
roll for it.
Because I
Alright, I'm
drank a
gonna
little
go
bit too
ahead.
much at the bar.
Alright, go ahead and roll.
Oh, well, shit. Damn. Not much better.
I'm gonna check the other carriage from the one that they're looking at because that one
Yeah.
seems to be bad luck.
You look at that carriage. Both you guys have looked at this one carriage, and you don't notice anything about it. However, Lyra takes a look at the other carriage, and she notices that it has a broken wheel.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
A broken
kind of-
wheel.
Wagon wheel?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then kind of looking back at the track behind you that you've been following, you kind of notice that going for a ways, it kind of has like a lumpy like trail to it that it didn't have at the start.
So it
Um,
broke a wheel somewhere along.
yeah, that's the. Can I roll a nature check and see if there's any of that fish oil shit on the wagon?
Yes.
Not
You s-
terrible.
You smell something coming from the back, and closer investigation, yeah, you smell the same slime. Maybe even detect a little bit of the same residue in there. This is the carriage. You also notice looking at the back of it, um, a cage with shackles inside. There's no one in the cage. It's empty. The shackles are open.
So where did they go from here? Is the question.
Looking in at the other paddock, we said, can we see footprints or anything like we saw at the house?
Roll perception for me.
Ah, that one.
Roll for
Damn it, Kerbonk.
roll with advantage because you know what you're looking for.
A little better.
At least it wasn't another nat 1.
Yes. You notice heavy boot prints in the dirt, but you don't notice the slimy steps you saw earlier at the house. Maybe 2 sets of boot prints. And they lead back, following the trail.
Need to find out where the fish man went.
Can I attempt to talk to one of the animals in the pens to see if they saw anything?
You have to speak with animals, don't you? Or
I
whatever it's called.
should. I
That's a
don't know where
good
to
point.
find
I
one
also
here.
have that.
I was got animal handling. Oop.
I'm a druid, so
You should.
Check your spells. It should be in there.
It
I
should be
think.
under spells.
Yeah, it should be under spells. Yeah, it should be a
Well,
cantrip, I think.
friendship.
I know I had added it. I don't know if when we were going back and forth between deleting and going back, I might have lost it, but
Let's see.
It should be under known.
Features and traits. That should-
Speak with animals first level. It's a legacy spell.
not have it, Akila.
I don't have it prepared. That's what it is. Damn it.
Kerbonk. You
Yeah,
have
I guess I could use it. Yeah, I have it
You can-
because I have it with my subclass.
All right.
So, because this
Talk
is
to
just
the donkeys.
What do you say to the donkeys?
Go up to the donkeys.
Yeah.
All you guys see is me going back and forth with the donkey. Oh, oh.
It's like, what the fuck is he doing?
Good evening, good sir. You know, is speaking like.
Proper.
Yeah. What happened to the people who were on your carriage earlier today?
Oh, I think Benson here was carrying that one. Yes, indeed, yes. Benson, come up here and answer this man's questions. He has something to ask of you. And another donkey gets up. Like, why, hello, good sir. What can I do for you this evening?
I am looking for the people that were on your carriage earlier today.
Ah, yes. Rowdy, stinky bunch, I say. Yes. I don't really know. I wasn't really paying much attention to them. Earlier today? Oh, you mean today? No, no one's been on my carriage for several days.
3 days ago.
I've been here for a couple days, I'd say. I figured.
Your last riders then. Who were they?
Yes, of course. That's what I figured you meant anyway. Yes, rowdy, stinky bunch. I don't know, these large dwarves of some sort. Not from around here, I'd say, and some other fellow. I can't quite put my finger on him. Yes, let's see, they rented me out. They rented out the carriage. And then we rode by some old house, some other place in town. It's some business or some awful crashing noises, but I wasn't really paying much attention. I was paying far too much attention at the damsel over there who was across the street at the time, and he like nods over towards like one of like the ponies. It's like, God, she looks good. Damn. I might be a rent-a-mule, but I would mount that one in a moment. But anyway. Anyway, where was I? Yes. So, anyway, after that business was complete, and I unfortunately had to walk away. So, took some odd turns, and then, a little while ago, a little after that, as we were working our way around town, I feel like one of the wheels snapped on the carriage. But they seemed sort of content enough for where it was, and we stopped. They hopped out, and there was I don't know, bunch of weight was suddenly lost. I felt like it was much less weight on it, and then that's, I think, is what broke the wheel. Just the motion. I'm no engineer. I'm just a mule. Anyway, the strange gentleman, yes, the really stinky one. They all stunk, but this one was really stinky, very unique, very pungent. He seemed quite irate about the whole situation. Yes. He had two of his fellows, mount back up, ride me back over here to the stable, secured me here. But I noticed the other two, they dragged whatever they had brought with them out of the back of the carriage and into the house. Yes, I say so. That's about that.
Well, interesting. Well, thank you very much.
Of course, sir.
Okay.
All right. I'll turn back and look at everyone.
All you guys heard is
So, guys, donkeys, very distinguished gentlemen,
Okay.
very proper.
We're all just kind of like, uh-huh.
and that's all you
Get
took
any
out of it.
information from him?
Nah, he's just really cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like they may have taken him off when they broke the wheel, so we should probably go back up this track again and see where they broke the wheel at. Sounds like he said about 4 people, maybe?
Mm.
He said some dwarven fellows, so...
That tracks with what the
Interesting.
child told me.
Yeah.
Maybe the child was right. Crazy.
Crazy. Kids tell the truth sometimes.
Okay.
Fucker.
All right, I wanna see if I can pull if you'll let me pull this off.
Oh.
I have enlarge reduce. Can I make the donkey large enough to be able to ride? Like
The
full
donkey's
size.
the donkey's already large enough to ride.
All four
Well,
of
you
us?
said they were all you said they were all
It's
small.
well, it's a donkey. I'm talking. They're not like full size like Yorkshire horse like steeds. You know, they're not stallions. These are like ponies and donkeys and things that halflings and hobbits would mostly like hobbits and sorry, there's no hobbits. There's halflings.
Yeah, so they're still
Halflings,
little.
halflings and
Mix it up
dwarves.
war.
So are they appropriate riding
For
size?
like for us who are larger than halflings.
You could, but also keep in mind that that spell is not permanent.
No, but I also have animal friendship. So I mean, if they're normally rideable size,
They are. It's a donkey, so you know you can do it,
okay.
and then it turns it into a large creature, I believe, right? Like one size up.
Yeah.
And a donkey
But if they're
is-
large enough to ride, I don't need to. Well, at least for most of us.
Give me a
There's
second.
one large gentleman that.
You are a medium-sized animal, and the donkey is a medium-sized animal. I shall allow it. It's just you won't be able to go particularly like much faster. If you want to grow the donkey, yes, it can go faster.
If it's large enough to ride, then I don't need to, and I can just use animal friendship. Tame the donkey. The one that's given us some valuable information.
So sort of just sitting there, looking at you. He's still in his paddock. This place is. Yeah.
Is the paddock locked?
They're not usually locked, I don't.
Think so.
But
I think
usually,
if you can see and talk to him, it's not locked.
Okay.
they're usually
it's-
just a slide lock.
Yeah,
Paddocks
it's just
aren't usually.
a slide lock, you know.
Okay. I just didn't need words. I didn't know if I needed to pick a lock or anything.
It's not locked.
Ooh. Alright, then we riding this donkey?
Obviously, only one if you ride it.
Well, can he pull the? He can pull the carriage, can he?
He can. Carriage also has a broken wheel.
The
So
wheel,
the
yeah,
carriage
the
is
wheel.
gonna go.
We can take the other carriage though.
You would also be stealing. Just heads up. The carriage.
Oh, that's really stopped us
But
so far.
we have Maddie with us though.
Yes.
Or just blame it on the thief.
The carriage. One of the carriage wheels on the undamaged carriage is chained up with a lock.
Could I break the lock?
Ooh.
Or could she pick the lock?
You can certainly try to break the lock, or you can try
You
to
want to try
pick
to
the
break
lock.
it?
Yeah, I can try to break it.
Alright, have fun. Have at it.
What check you want me to do for that?
That would be an attack. So you would go to, when like you go to actions, all, see where your attacks are, your actions,
Mhm.
and then attacks. See where it says hit/DC.
Yep.
That's where you attack. You have a +5 to hit. Fucking hell.
Yeah, and I threw that. Wow.
Oh, what'd you roll? I didn't see it.
I hit. I got 8 in
3
total.
plus 5, 8.
No. It's a glancing blow. It just sort of skims off it. You don't get a good enough hit into it to really be able to cause any damage.
I think Oleg's drinks are still affecting me.
Alright, well, since he couldn't break the lock, I'm gonna go ahead and pick the lock.
All right.
Sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand. You struggle with it. Jiggling, jaggling.
but you eventually succeed and it unlocks.
Alright. Let's steal this carriage, y'all. Alright, Kerbank, you know how to talk to him, right? You wanna
Yeah.
tell him to hop on over here so that we can steal his carriage and go figure this out?
He can take us to where the
Where the wheel
Where they
broke.
stopped.
broke.
Yeah.
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 I'll walk back over to the donkey and start oing again.
Why, of course. So I suppose why not? You know, it's not like I'm the one getting paid for all this.
And
But I
when we
will
get
ask-
back, I'll get that pony free for you.
Now we're talking, sir. I am in. He joins you.
So what do you guys do here? Do you guys hook up the donkey or just let it follow you, or how you doing this?
Well, we
Well,
already
I mean,
unlocked
Hook him up to the
Yeah.
carriage so we can all ride in the carriage.
All right.
I'm not walking that.
Yeah, the donkey is he's surprisingly strong. He's able to pull this carriage right out of its like little garage door. It's not a garage door. You know what I'm talking about. It drags it right out and onto the street. Now, he says, let's go find where that wheel broke. Because I do remember that was where they did all seem to hop out. Or right around that area, at least. I don't know.
Sounds good.
Alright, Kerbank, you do the talking.
All right, lead the way, good sir.
Well, I do believe it was this way. Oh, yes, look, the tracks are right here. You can see them.
And it leads around over here.
I think it might have been in this area. Can't quite remember. This was several days ago, and my memory is just not the best.
Looking out from where he stops, can we see markings in the ground from where it looks like taking people out of a carriage, people falling on the ground?
Or
Any
if there's a
footsteps?
broken wheel, maybe?
Yeah.
Roll perception.
all of us.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Ooh, 22.
All right. 20. No. These are high rolls. All right. Oh, Javira failed this check, so everyone failed. I'm kidding.
No one saw
No.
anything.
Yeah, you guys kind of notice now, coming back and just stopping this one area, that this is where the tracks, sort of like the double lines, sort of turn into like one solid line and one like ba-dum, ba-dum, dum, occasional divot. And this is kind of just in the area. Well, let me mark it. You notice on the ground, slime. It smells the same. It's the slime you found before.
Mm-hmm.
You notice it right around this area on the map. Did I just move the whole map? No.
No.
Cool. I wasn't sure if I panned or actually moved the map. Yeah. Where she places you, you realize you're right in front of 3 houses. It is dark out now. But yeah, this is where the donkey speaks to Kerbank.
Yes, I think this was the spot. Yes. Now, obviously, I was facing up the road. I couldn't see which house I went into, but it must have been one of these 3, I should say. Yes.
Well, thank you. Thank you, good donkey, sir. If you'll wait
Ah.
outside, we will find what we're looking for and then be back out soon.
Of course, sir. I shall keep an donkey eyes out watch for you. I've got the strength of a Clydesdale and the tension of something else. I'm sure it's quite good, though.
Alright, I think I'd hop out the back of the carriage, seeing if we could find any pathways lying outside.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me perception. There's gonna be a lot of perception rolls, by the way.
Perception.
All right. Chill it with the 21s.
I'm not even gonna bother rolling.
Sorry, I like knowing things.
Was that a nat 20?
No,
Me?
Does anyone get a nat 20?
no.
I had a nat 19.
Wait, I'll roll. Okay, probably not.
It's always worth rolling. See if you get a
No.
nat 20. Okay. Okay, so you look at the three houses. The northernmost one. Let me pull my. This one, right here.
Mhm.
You notice there are lights on inside. Like you notice like soft pulsing light, like from a fireplace. Maybe it's warm. From these two, this one right here. It's just some. You don't notice anything particular. It's dark. There's no windows. It's blocked up. It's a very small house. And you hear snoring from inside. Very loud snoring. This one, it's dark inside. There are some windows. You don't hear anything.
Well, which one do we want to check out?
Do we see any path for the fish oil stuff, like any direction it may have gone?
It's too dark to see right now.
Okay.
Actually,
check out.
who am I kidding? Roll perception with disadvantage. No, you cannot tell. It's too dark.
If I produce flame, can I see?
Good. That would illuminate the area, eliminate the disadvantage, and you can try again.
Do I have to roll it or?
For produce flame?
Yeah.
It's a spell that you activate.
Yeah. It's a cantrip.
So it's a cantrip. If it's a cantrip, you can just cast it.
Okay, so I just cast that then.
Yes. Let me go to. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to remember when we're.
Produce flame. I think if you want to throw that flame at someone, then there's a roll.
Then there's a hit. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just casting it in my hand. It's just in my hand.
It's just in your hand. All right.
Mhm. And then I'll roll perception again. Oh no! That was a nat one.
Despite the gentle warmth
Despite the
of
light.
throbbing light, you just can't make it out.
Fuck.
Also, the ground here, you notice, is just a little bit firmer than it was over there. You don't get the same impression of like boot prints like that you did earlier.
I say we go to the dark house that's quiet because seems like nobody's there.
Sounds good to me.
The one on the bottom?
The middle one.
The middle one?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. That's the one you
Come-
said was dark and empty, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me ask the party this: how much time do we have left, Maddie?
Maddie's ready for bed.
I think Maddie was the one who needed
Do you need to go?
limit.
20 minutes?
20 minutes.
If that's cool with everyone, I can stay
I
up later if necessary.
If you only have 20 minutes, I'd say maybe we should call it. This would be a great stopping place for right now.
Okay.
If y'all are cool with that.
That's fine
Yeah,
with me.
you said you need to drive tomorrow, so
Yeah.
today,
Yeah.
really.
I want to make sure you're not going to get in an accident. I can't let any of my D&D players, not be
Well,
able
you
to
gotta
show
be
up
here
the
next time.
day.
Who's gonna steal everybody's gold?
Forget your health. They just
Bro.
need to show up.
Oh, ransack your corpse. All the gold.
Rude.
Jeez.
Rude.
But yeah. I think that was a really good session. I know there's no combat that session, but I liked it. We're figuring things out.
It was a good first
We're
session.
getting somewhere.
How did you feel about me implementing the turn system at the abandoned house?
Good.
I think it worked.
I like that.
Okay, cool. Because I wanted to give you guys the freedom to do what you wanted to do. At the same time, I wanted to compel people to actually do things instead of just waiting on someone else to do something. As it seemed like
Yeah.
the Tipsy Dragon, no one wanted to be the first one to do stuff. So,
Yeah, I think for now until we kind of
Get into the
get
swing
more
of
of
it.
a feel of it, it's good.
Yeah.
yeah, and you start just role playing and having conversations with one another and talk about things. But yeah. So we're gonna leave it right there. You guys are in front of this house. And you. So yeah. So, party met each other first time. The Tipsy Dragon came across troubled local law enforcement. He's just kind of stumped on a case, but really because he's not really putting his all into it. Because he's also never really had to put his all into anything around here. I mean, this is a quiet town where nothing is really bad has really ever happened. Except for maybe a couple rowdy merchants. You follow up on the one lead you've got, investigate the house, find some very troubling things. Follow the trail. Go back to the Tipsy Dragon. Realize how useless the local person really is. Go back, follow the trail. You made a friend. We need a name for this donkey. What are we gonna name this donkey?
I don't know. I was trying to think of that. I couldn't think of one.
Needs a proper gentlemanly name.
Bartholomew.
Hubert.
Hubert. Bartholomew is great. Bartholomew. Tell you what, we can come up with
I like both of those names.
yeah, I'll come up with something. Pretty much, yeah. In the future, if you guys keep working with this donkey, I might just make it like a familiar or something, honestly.
Do it.
Donkey familiar.
Yeah, I mean, we have 2 druids, so
Our travel companion.
and the one barbarian who speaks to animals.
It was a half-orc barbarian. We have 2 druids in the party, and there's a half-orc barbarian that befriended the donkey. By promising to be its wingman, no less.
That
yeah.
sounds pretty on brand.
Yeah. I had a great time. That was pretty good.
This was a good session.
Yeah.
And really good stopping place right here. Honestly, got through more than what. So when I originally started this campaign in the other Discord, because also we didn't do a session 0 beforehand, mixed session 0 with session 1, because everyone kind of knew how to set up characters and all that too, but we took that time in session 1. It took the party I'd say it took them 2 sessions to get, I think, a little bit ahead of this point.
Yeah, so you guys are making good progress, a little faster than I thought. But also because none of us have played D&D in a long time. Some of us haven't ever played D&D at all. So we're just sort of figuring things out. And yeah.
You did
Yeah.
great, Maddie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Maddie, you
it
did good.
was.
You did really good.